The 2022 NBA season has been long over, and if you're not a fan of the Summer League or the offseason, stay with us because we'll be reviewing the most insane plays of the 2022 season. Along with that, we'll also take a look at some of the players that were consistent throughout the whole season. So without wasting any more time, let's dive straight in. First up, the most insane plays. We'll start with the most insane plays, and our focus will primarily be on the NBA playoffs of 2022. Joel Embiid's bit part revenge. Kawhi Leonard's unforgettable Game 7 buzzer beater against the Sixers would have been fresh in Embiid's mind when he hit a turnaround three-pointer to beat the Raptors after the game was tied at 101 and less than 3 seconds were left in overtime. The MVP finalist made the shot, silenced the crowd, and his dagger was enough to hand a big win, which contributed to a first-round sweep over the Raptors. Now, Dinwiddie's hammer. You see an open lane in the basket, but there's just one obstacle in the way, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. What do? You decide to take a different route, of course. Well, it's not so obvious if your name is Spencer Dinwiddie, because he took on Rudy Gobert and slam dunked on him in Game 3 of the series. His 20 points were crucial as the Mavericks triumphed over the Jazz, taking a 2-1 lead. Next, stop it, Ja. Even though Morant hit the game-winning layup to hand the Grizzlies a Game 5 win over the Timberwolves, what stood out was his insane poster dunk in the final seconds of quarter 3, and that is the play that makes the cut over his layup. Malik Beasley was guarding the 22-year-old sensation and tried to draw the charge with the Wolves leading by 13, their largest of the game. But Morant made sure Beasley was on the wrong side as he powered through and delivered a massive dunk to start the comeback. Next, late dagger from Tyus Jones. Another double-digit lead by the Timberwolves was wasted as the Grizzlies finished off the Minnesota franchise once and for all. Stepping up to the fore for the Grizzlies were Desmond Bane and Tyus Jones, as Bane got the lead with a sharp corner 3 with less than 3 minutes left. And with a late dagger from Jones, the game was sealed and the Grizzlies progressed to the conference semifinals. Now McGee destroys Doncic. McGee isn't exactly known for making the smartest basketball plays, but this play in particular was super smart. To help the Suns get off to a series lead in Game 1 against the Mavericks, McGee stripped Luka Doncic and displayed his elite ball handling skills. Steamrolling down the court, the 34-year-old delivered a one-handed dunk as Jalen Brunson stood no chance in defending that. It was a brilliant play and gave the Suns a great start, but one they couldn't capitalize and ended up crashing out. Chris Paul's brilliant find. The point guard came up with the goods in the fourth quarter of Game 2 against the Mavs. He picked up a loose ball and ran the length of the floor before lifting a lob to Mikal Bridges. It was a superb pickup as Bridges extended and smashed the dunk, giving the Suns an 8-point lead that would stretch to 27 for a dominant win. James Harden isn't done. There were many doubts about Harden's quality and whether he was washed out or not. He dispatched all those concerns in the most Harden-like manner with multiple daggers throughout Game 4 against the Miami Heat. To tie the series at 2-2, one of the best plays was his signature move to help the Sixers to a 116-108 win. Holiday's clutch block and play. After the Celtics surrendered another late lead in the game and Giannis made them pay, they were in need of some inspiration to hold on. With less than 10 seconds left, Smart attacked the inbounds pass and had enough space for a layup, but Holiday out of nowhere came in with the block. He even managed to retain possession after getting the ball off Smart and sealed the game with a last-second steal once again on Smart. The Bucks were a game away from the Eastern Conference Finals. Butler blocks Tatum. Butler produced crazy displays throughout their conference finals loss against the Celtics, but he was on a different level in Game 1. Even though Miami was leading, the game was far from over as Tatum finally found his way to the bucket, and he was clear before Butler landed a spectacular block in the corner. There was 1 of 3 along with 4 steals and a game-high 41 points. Curry's dagger to and Mavs. The Mavs were looking to make a comeback after cutting the lead to 10, but Steph Curry had different ideas, and after finding a bit of space, he let off a floater that banged off the back of the iron and dropped to Wiggins. So now Wiggins isn't one to not repay the favors, and he found Curry on the right corner where the chef would sink the triple to end all Dallas hopes. Al Horford wants to go all the way. Game 7 between Miami and Boston was a proper thriller. The biggest moment of the series came from Al Horford, who displayed his desire of making the finals by rising up to block the first quarter dunk against Max Strus. It was a brilliant play and allowed the team to get going in transition as the Celtics held on for a famous win and got Horford in his first NBA Finals appearance. Jaylen Brown's spectacular play. Brown was on fire in Game 4 and scored 6 points in the final quarter, but with 8 minutes left, Brown picked up a brilliant steal on a rare bad pass from Curry and made sure that he made them pay by finishing the move off with an insane layup in transition. That put the Celtics 4 up on the Warriors, but the Celtics would still go on to bottle it. Wiggins dunked to get the series lead. You can't deny that anyone played better than Andrew Wiggins in their Game 5 of the Finals against the Warriors. He was superb from the off and had a team-high 26 points along with 13 boards that carried the offense on a rare night when Curry failed to make a three-pointer. The play of the night came late on the night as he produced an emphatic dunk and gave his side the lead to the finals. Steph Curry wraps it up. The finals were on the line and the MVP Finals trophy was on the line, but Curry played like it was a friendly match in the preseason. He scored 34 points along with 7 rebounds and 7 assists, but out of his 6 triplets, 3 came within a 3-minute stretch in the third quarter. Something about the threes, huh? As the Warriors kept the Boston Celtics at bay. That would be enough for the Warriors to steal yet another NBA championship. Now for the best players throughout the season. Before we get canceled, we got to explain that we're only mentioning the best players that were good toward the business end of the season. Sorry, Lakers fans. Number 6, Ja Morant. Ja Morant, for us, really came into his own in the playoffs. If he hadn't gotten injured during the Warriors series, who knows where the Grizzlies would have ended up. Sensational performance throughout the season and super consistent too, absolutely has to make the cut for us. Number 5, Giannis Antetokounmpo. A victim of his own success, he was easily the best player throughout the Bucks-Celtics series. And even if he didn't show up in Game 7, Giannis produced 25 points, and that's better than most players can do on their best days. He's insane and keeps on getting better every passing year. Number 4, Luka Doncic. Another beast whose playoffs were disrupted with injuries, but whenever he did play, there weren't many players better than him. In fact, he was coming off the back of a fantastic regular season and should really compete for the highest honors from next season. A true force to be reckoned with. Number 3, Jimmy Butler. In one game, Butler plays like he's the greatest player of all time. In the next, no one even knows if he's playing, but he was still more consistent than the Butler we usually know. During the playoffs and simply didn't have enough help from his side, add a star next to him and there's no reason why Miami can't win the championship. Number 2, Jason Tatum. We know some people think that Tatum could have done more during the finals, and we completely agree. But few players have enjoyed better breakthrough seasons than Tatum. He's got the ingredients to be the next big thing, but the upcoming season will be the biggest test of his mettle. Number 1, Steph Curry. Were you ever in doubt about the number 1 pick? The deserved Finals MVP, Steph Curry, was the biggest reason the Warriors won the Finals. Rather comfortably. He's in the GOAT conversations, and he absolutely deserves this honor. Greatest shooter of all time, go argue with a wall. That's a wrap for this video. Do you agree with our picks, or did we miss some of your favorite plays and players from the 2022 season? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.